performance for the feast day of Our Lady of Guadalupe. They worked really hard throughout this semester, and so we're really excited for you to see it. So to open us up in our prayer, we have some prayer leaders.
After some years, God called Maria to heaven. Juan was very sad and very lonely, but he continued to serve God and go to church every morning to hear Mass and receive communion. For he knew that the Holy Mass was the best prayer to offer for family and friends. One December day, on his way to Mass, Juan noticed a huge cloud up on Tepeyac Hill. As he came closer to the cloud, he saw a beautiful lady. The lady spoke to Juan and told him that she was the Blessed Virgin Mary. She asked Juan to build a church in her honor, where she could show all her love and mercy to all who asked for her help. Then, she asked Juan to deliver her message to the bishop. My lady, I go at once, said Juan eagerly. When Juan arrived at the bishop's home and asked to see him, the servants were very mean to him. They told Juan that the bishop was too busy to speak with a poor man like him. They told Juan he would have to wait. Finally, he realized that the servants had forgotten about him, and so he asked again. I'm an important message for the bishop. Please let me see him. Finally, he met the bishop, full of his Virgin Mary. The bishop listened carefully to all that Juan had to say, but it was
Juan's aunt was very concerned that her husband might die. She said to Juan,
Please go sign a peace for your uncle.
Juan hurried to find a priest. On his route, Our Lady appeared again to Juan.
My uncle is sick. I must go find a priest. Do not worry. Your uncle has already recovered.
Juan smiled because he knew that Our Lady had taken care of his uncle. This gave him the faith to make the request from the bishop.
What is the sign for the bishop, and where shall I find it? Go and pick some roses and bring them to me. Then I shall tell you what to do instead. Roses in the middle of December?
Thought Juan. Eagerly, he scrambled up the hill to do as Our Lady had asked. Before him on the hillside, there were masses and masses of beautiful roses. Quickly, he gathered all the roses he could carry and returned to the lady and knelt at her feet.
Was this a sign for the bishop? Yes.
Said Our Lady. She said that the roses would be proof to the bishop that she had really come.
Roses do not bloom in the middle of December.
Thought Juan. Surely the bishop would believe him now.
But show no one else the roses. Do you understand? Yes, my lady.
Said Juan. He quickly hid the roses inside his cloak to keep them safe until he saw the bishop.
When Ron arrived at the bishop's home, he was greeted by the same servants. They even brought Ron word of what the last visit, but they invited him to see the bishop.
The sign I brought for you from Our Lady.
Cried Ron. He opened the cloak lid and the roses spilled out on the floor, filled it with their beautiful fragrance. The bishop stared at the roses from the inside of the cloak. He could not believe his eyes. And inside the cloak was a beautiful picture of the Mother of God. Ron was amazed and he shouted out.
It's our Virgin Mary, and just as we saw her on the hill. My sons, how we ask me to try to see. May God forgive us all.
Soon, the show was over the beautiful miraculous picture of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Many people came to honor her. Our Lady was very pleased with them for all her prayers, and mostly her faithful servant, Juan Diego. Our Lady of Guadalupe would shower graces and blessings on the people there for years and years to come.
Did you know, on the image of Our Lady, her cloak has 48 stars, each with 8 points. The stars show the constellations that were truly present in the sky at the time of the apparition, at 10:30 a.m. on December 12, 1531. Did you know, within 8 years of the bishop building the church, there were approximately 7 million converts to Christianity. Did you know when a stethoscope is held to her waist, the sound of an infant heartbeat can be heard?
Did you know the 25th of September is the made of all metal after 50 years? The term of Our Lady has lasted over 480 years.
Did you know the Tilma in the original image had endured, and as it's built, several severe floods, centuries of candle smoke, careless handling, and no air conditioning. They also survived close proximity to the blast from a large bomb in the 1920s. Did you know NASA has analyzed the tumor and announced that the image's colors are not made from any materials found on Earth? When scanned by a laser, it was found that the colors on the tumor do not even touch the fabric. They float 0.3 of a millimeter in front of the surface.
Did you know the eyes of the Blessed Virgin Mary toma contract and dilate to respond light just like those of a human? Did you know the temperature of a toma remains stable at 98.6 degrees, the same temperature as the human body? Did you know when looking at the pupils of Our Lady of Guadalupe, you can see what you have seen her in the instant her image appeared? She is surrounded by 13 people. One of these people is identified as the bishop. Zooming in further into the bishop's pupils reveals the sight that he saw, Juan Diego opening his garment in front of him.
Did you know when Our Lady first came to Juan Diego on December 9, 1531, she spoke these words of comfort? Am I not here, who am your mother? Are you not under my shadow of protection? Not the fountain of your joy?